Time for another video from the picnic table. I'm really late with this. For those of you content creators that are out there that you can do this like every day and you do it like flawlessly, kudos to you. Man, I have the hardest time. I don't know if it's because I'm busy or what's going on, but that's just crazy. So I kind of have my co-host out here with me. You guys know Karma, right? He celebrated his ninth birthday just a few days ago. And then Boomer is, where's Boomer? Over there, basking in the sun, right? Yes, a husky that basks in the sun. A little bit crazy. But that's him. That's his thing, right? So I owe you a little bit of an update on House Bill 607. That was a biggie. It was a concern for a lot of people in Florida. And really what it boiled down to was that was the House bill that was going to move the Division of Real Estate to Tallahassee from Orlando. That was going to do away with FREC, the Florida Real Estate Commission. It was going to change licensing from 2 years to 4 years, do away with continuing education, do away with post-licensing education for real estate professionals. That was supposed to go to its third committee, and it never made it there before the end of the legislative session. So that is pretty much dead. Everything is it's cliche, status quo, until we hear different, or until somebody brings it back up. Well, not brings it back up, but recreates it, because Senate bills don't roll over from session to session. It doesn't work like that. So somebody would have to actually reintroduce it for it to come back up again. And the general consensus at the moment is that is more than likely not going to happen. There was another piece of legislation that was really interesting, and I need to do a little bit more follow-up on it to see what's going on, but there was documentation introduced to do away with property taxes within the multiple listing service and come up with a different form of reporting the taxes for real estate purposes. Now, mind you, typically right now a realtor sets up their customer in a portal or something to that effect, or a customer sees a property online and they get to see the taxes that the current customer is paying. It's not a secret, it's in public record. You can look up any property on the tax collector page, but those numbers are very deceiving, because that's not the number that's not the taxes that the new buyer is going to pay. For instance, we bought our home 2011, right? We were in the right place at the right time, and we got a good deal, right? It was 2011. There was a lot of properties on the market that could have got snatched up at that point in time, and we were blessed. If you look at my taxes now, my taxes will reflect us with Save Our Homes built in. If you don't know what Save Our Homes is, I'll do another video on that. So our taxes reflect the fact that we've been here for over 10 years, the fact that we've got to save our homes for over 10 years, the fact that our property's increased in value. You buying the home today is going to reflect a completely different number. Not to mention, when you're looking at a home typically online, you don't know if that person has an additional exemption for being elderly. You don't know if that person has an additional exemption for being a widow or being elderly, or I said that one, or some type of disability, right? Veterans get two different exemptions. One if they're, I want to say, partially disabled, and then another one if they're 100% PNT. That's another exemption. So unless you do some digging, you're not going to find that out. But the new buyer, their taxes are going to be different, and that's something that's going to be changed in the future, hopefully, to make it a whole lot more accurate. We're looking at some type of tax estimator or something along those lines that will actually benefit home buyers a whole lot more. I wanted to keep this video short because I wanted to get one out, and I've got a lot of other things going on in the works, but had a really productive few days of training, teaching, going tomorrow to Sebring to show 6 homes in Sebring. Yes, we do work Highlands County, all of Southwest Florida, Highlands County. Why not Highlands County? Because we're kind of like, we spent most of our lives in Highlands County. Lisa was born and raised there. So why not work Highlands County, right? And I'm thinking about possibly becoming a member of the board over there as well. So if you got questions, please reach out to me. Roy Caballo, broker owner, Caballo's Realty. I'm still throwing out my invitation. If you're an agent and you want to do a compensation audit and look at what your last 3 transactions, what you gave up to your current broker, as opposed to what you would have gotten paid if you were with Caballo's Realty, well, you know what? It's here. I'm not going to sell you out. If you want 5 minutes, 10 minutes to talk, let's go down that road and see what happens. In the meantime, it's Friday, folks. Please be safe. The roads are crazy. It took me an hour to get home from Fort Myers, which is kind of nuts, but it is what it is. And have a safe, enjoyable weekend. Hope to hear from one of you soon.